So this little bit of pre-autumn brought to you by the rainy skies of Portland. This is not normally what we get in September. We normally don't get rain until almost Halloween. But the next few days are supposed to be like that, so I'm not on a ride, I'm not urban sketching, I'm working in the studio. And the plan is to do an easy autumn leaf. I'm going to cheat by tracing it because I don't really, well, because I am. That's the basic shape. That was easy. I'll go over it with a pencil. This is not a pencil. Let's try that again. I'll go over it with my Micron marker. I moved it over here to the left so that I can use it, see where the shadows are, and use it as my reference. As I'm looking at the leaf, I see that there are all kinds of areas that I did not pick up, and so nobody really cares that this is exact. And so I'm gonna make sure I put in a few of the things that I see now that I didn't see when I was tracing it or couldn't pick up in the tracing. So there's a little fold that goes there. I'm working down in my studio, which is so far from finished, but I'm trying to use it a little bit every day because I feel like I whined about it so long that now that I have it, I better use it. Sometimes it's just easier to be upstairs with the family or the TV or whatever. All right, I'm using my Van Gogh palette that I did the video of, and I've got it all spritzed and ready to go, but I think I want to get a nice big. So this is my Princeton Neptune 4 quill, and I forget how this paper behaves because I don't use it that often. So I'm going to wet it down. Let's see what happens. All right, I think I want to start with something very light, just for my first base. So this is actually Winsor and Newton Lemon Yellow. All right, I actually have some Quinacrodone gold on this palette over here. This is my big porcelain palette This is a little cad yellow mixed with, I believe, mixed with gamboge. Cat hair. I don't have a lot of cat hair down in this studio, but he does come down here. Caught him trying to sneak into the garage. Poor guy, he's stuck in the side of this condo. Kind of breaks my heart for him. I have this little ceramic dish that is from my father. He was an artist, and my sister was going through his things and gave me this and thought I would like it. So I'm going to use that with some of the Quinacrodone gold because I want to do a wash of that over this leaf, and I want to get it nice and loose. And this little palette doesn't seem to be working, and I have too many colors on this ceramic palette. So while I stopped to make some tea and take a little bit of a break, I went over this with a wash of yellow ochre. That is from Schmincke. Schmincke, I think is how you say it. I've already forgotten. Oh, and somebody actually commented and helped me. Anyway, I'll mix some of that up. I just want to take this color. I want it to be wet while I work in it, and I want it to be just a little bit darker than I have. So I'm just going over it, and I'm going very loose. I think I'm going to do some splattering, even though I outlined this in marker. And anything that is the back of the leaf, I'm not going to bring up on these colors because it's a little duller on the back of the leaf. I was missing a big piece of the leaf here, but I'm going to do a little pretending. No, I'm not going to. I was going to pretend that it had come up and do a little bit of the back. I can do that actually, but if I do that, so that let's say I should probably do it in pencil first to see if I like it. But if I do that, it looks like it's coming up. I'll do that. The only thing is I haven't painted that with all the other layers, so I'd have to go back and give it layers. But that's sort of a way that I can kind of fudge, because this is just for me to practice this leaf and for you guys. So I'll just give that a layer here and a layer there, and you get the idea. All right, so while that's wet, I just do what I always do and dirtied my water, my clean water. Okay, while that's wet, I want to come in with some green. I think this is sap green and a little maybe apatite, and I just want to put green in a few places. What I'm going to do, I still have a lot more to go, but I'm going to put a little drops in because that to me gives it, you know how there are so many speckles on a leaf, especially once it starts to change color. All right. And then while it's still wet, I think I'll go ahead and put in some of these veins. So I tested my colors to see what would work the best. And I've decided on the Quinacrodone Gold mixed with some Perylene Red and a little bit of Ultramarine. As soon as I add the French Ultramarine, that takes it into the color that I want, as long as I'm careful not to add too much. First thing I'm going to do is, no, I think I'll come to that last. All right, I'm just going to run some veins up here. And then there are more veins. So we'll just, I don't mind if they run a little because they have lots of little veins shooting out of them. And they don't really come out from the same spot, so we'll just do some of that. Oops, make a little more blue in here, darken this up and make myself a brown, more of a brown, and get some of the detail. I'm going to do a little bit of splattering. Alright, so I used some Perylene Red and French Ultramarine, which is also Schmincke. And I'm just going to do, my light sources coming from all over the place, so I'm just going to do whatever I see, which is like about here. I love that separation right there. It's one of the reasons I always go to Ultramarine blue. I just love it. I don't care what it's with. Take a touch more up there. Alright, I'm going to do some splattering. And last thing I will do, and I'll end this, is I just want to darken this stem because it doesn't look all that brown to me. Take my little mixture here and I'll go over and grab just some more of my French Ultramarine. That kind of allows me to clean up my palette anyway. All right, and then pull some of this down. That's nice. It looks like coffee. It makes me want to have a cup of coffee. And you know, I could use some of this brown on the leaf. I said that was the last thing, but actually I'm going to use the brown that I just made more of to drop in a couple of areas that, like blemishes and stuff. I don't know, detail. So I'll end it there. I am tempted to put in, as usual, a couple things here and a couple things there. I never can leave well enough alone, but I am a little bit worried that if I begin that, then I will put in too much detail in some places and then I'll have to add it to other places, and that is what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to make this fast. So that's my cheat on how to do a fall leaf, and thank you for watching. See you next time.